Hello guys, it's me from Donscale. It's me doing your debate videos, and this is my friend Shakeem Floyd.
He's Classic Gaming, Donscale, Classic Gaming.
Yeah, co-starring in my video, you know. I needed someone to rival my intelligence against, so this is what we're doing. This is what we're debating today. We're debating whether or not school is necessary. My opinion on it is school is necessary to an extent. Once you reach, I think, around college, it becomes almost like something society makes you do. Like you're wasting time. That's 40 years of your life. You could be doing something else, like pursuing a I don't know, like a skilled job. I mean, for a lot of jobs, I mean, you need a degree, which is a lot of times why people go to college, and they like to drill into you, society, that you need to do this and you need to do that in college in order to become successful. My deep opinion, college is not necessary, but general education, like up to college, high school, I mean, you might as well. Even though, like, high school, a lot of times is a waste of time.
I disagree with that. I believe that college is truly necessary. They say in 10 years, each job is going to require at least an associate's degree. That's 2 years of life. So that's the McDonald's jobs, that's the fast food industry, that's the lower jobs that people, maybe while high school diploma 20 years ago, wouldn't have. So things like quite associate's degree now, don't take a bachelor's degree. So you're going to need it anyway, so might have to take it out the way.
No, I feel like it's necessary for those degrees, and I feel like it's necessary for college. I mean, like, because society makes you get that things. They're forcing you to get it in order to get better jobs. I mean, for a McDonald's, what are you going to college for? I mean, is it a necessary waste? It is a necessary waste. It's something you have to do, but it is a waste.
I mean, it's a waste to a certain extent, not just college. Like, what do you want to do? Like, if you want to become a rocket scientist or an engineer or a philosopher, you have to go to college. That's your passion. But I agree with things like McDonald's. You shouldn't have to go to college. But again, as technology progresses, as we progress as a species, we're gonna become much smarter as a whole.
Yeah, true. But I mean, what are they teaching us from elementary school to high school? It's almost like a waste of time, because in the last year, your senior year, you're not really learning anything. You're just sitting and getting credits, and I mean, or making up for things you haven't done in the last 3 years. And then when it comes to like elementary, they're teaching you how to count numbers and stuff. In Japan and stuff, they're a lot more. By the time they're in high school, last year of high school, they will shot past us in different terms. Like, they're already doing things we can't even comprehend on the math level, and that's like because they're not wasting time. We're wasting time, so we have to do all these years of college. When it comes down to it, we're wasting a whole bunch of time. It's a necessary waste, because like you're gonna have to go to college if you want that job at McDonald's. Because you want that degree, you need that degree. But I also refute that, because there's also 16-year-old part-time teenagers getting these part-time jobs at McDonald's, when men, and they obviously they're still in high school, yet they get the job.
But as it seems to be a more special case, like 4 years ago, getting McDonald's jobs easy. But like, let's say I was go get a McDonald's job, I couldn't get it. Like, I had to go online, do this, do that, and the other. But in reality, it's just pressing a few buttons and it's over. But pressing is already filled up. 16-year-olds, grown men, veterans, all these people need these jobs. And like, what's the difference between 16-year-old and a 25-year-old? 25-year-olds usually have more experience, or they're usually a little smarter.
True, but there are a lot of 16-year-olds all over the place, all over the town, who have these jobs at places like McDonald's and places like any fast food place you see, or restaurants. You see 16-year-olds with these jobs. Maybe the time we take in school, instead of sitting through these classes, maybe wasting your time, if you're applying that toward becoming successful, becoming more knowledgeable in your skill, like in the skill that you want to do, in that amount of time, you could easily get the job you want, instead of wasting time doing something that you don't have to do, like taking classes that are not going to benefit you later on in life.
To refute what you said earlier, you may have to waste time in these classes, like freshman year classes, that you don't really need for your higher purpose. But we always have to do that. Like, if we want to become a McDonald's worker, we don't really need this high school education. We probably need junior high and up. No, probably junior high and lower. But still, we start to waste our time on these things when we could just shoot out to the workforce if we wanted to. Or the army. Like, you don't need education for the army. Well, no offense.
Well, higher education math, that you take in college, you don't need that for McDonald's. But you don't need a binary code. You don't need any pre-calculus. I mean, as long as you know how to count up numbers, subtract and add on a cashier, that's the only real way I see you needing a job, needing math at a McDonald's. Now, if you even if you leveled up to becoming a manager of the McDonald's, I mean, or any fast food chain, I mean, I don't really see you having to apply complicated numbers or complicated equations or even statistics to what you're doing. Now, if you became like higher up, like a CEO, I mean, that is a real reason why maybe you would want a high school diploma and a college education. But I mean, why shoot so low in the first place? If you spent the amount of time that you spent applying to McDonald's or working at McDonald's or going to high school or going to college to what you want to do, then you might become better specified for that job. I'm just saying, of course, you can't go and get a job without a high school education. You can't go and get a job without a college education. These are necessary ways that society makes us do. But when you go down to it, whether or not it's necessary and whether or not we can just rewrite the rules and start from ground zero without this education program going on, it should be optional. Education is not something that should be forced upon you. It should be something that's optional. Like, job is saying, oh, like, when you need this degree, you need that degree. It's like, it should just be like something that, like, if you want to become smarter, then become smarter, but that's not always qualify you for that job. I don't need if my dream is to flip burgers, I don't need a college education to flip burgers. I don't even need a high school education to flip burgers. If I'm doing a physical labor job, I don't need any type of formal education to do a physical labor job. If that is what I plan to do. Now, if I plan to get higher than that, then I'm obviously gonna have to apply myself for like a better position in life. But if that's my goal point, that's my goal point. If I want to be rocket science, I'm gonna go to college. If I'm satisfied just maybe selling stuff on the street, I don't know, selling cards, selling comic books, opening a little store. I mean, all I would really know how to do is basic math for dialing up numbers and doing this other stuff.
I mean, I agree with you there, but if you think about, like, you know, as I said earlier, that so eventually it's going to require social education in less than 10 years. I mean, in a way, that's beneficial. That's beneficial to all of us, because let's say I only want to be a McDonald's burger flipper, but if I go to college, do these 2 years, then maybe even I might not want to flip burgers anymore. I might want to become a scientist. I might want to do this or that and the other. It kind of gives us something to shoot for once we're there.
Yeah, but college is always there. Like, I mean, first of all, college is. I'm gonna bring up that point. Sorry, I'm sorry that I have to use like this trap card against you, but like, you go to college, you have to pay for each and every class, correct?
Yeah.
And let's say you want to be a, I don't know, rocket scientist. Why would they make you take English? I mean, I'm pretty sure like you need to know how to read. And you need your vocabulary going on, but like, there's certain classes you don't need in rocket science, like biology. Well, how does that like tie into what you need to know? I mean, yeah, it gives you a better general scope of life and general skills that you need. I mean, yeah, and it helps you be a little smarter, but you're paying for that. That's not optional. They're making you take that class that you don't need, and then they're making you take that class that you're not going to use later on in life. They're taking your money. That's also taking that situation. They're taking your money by giving you classes you don't need, and they're forcing it upon you when they could or could not. Yeah, and I'm saying like, if like let's just say we rewrit the whole educational system, and let's say it was possible and even capable to just rewrite the whole thing in a matter of a second and rewrite it the way we wanted it to be. And as an option, college and higher education thing were optional, because think about it like this. Do you think that the rate of degrees that you need for a job at McDonald's is going to increase or decrease?
It's going to increase.
And it's going to increase. That means you're going to waste more and more of your life as the generations go by of everyone trying to be on top of everyone. So they're going to put more time and more money into college as it goes by. There's more people in college now than before, because now it's more and more mandatory. As more and more people go to college and put money in the tuition and stuff, as more and more people pay for these classes, as more and more people put more time into these classes, for more and more years and degrees go by, eventually you're gonna need like a doctorate to work at McDonald's.
I mean, it's not going to increase that drastically, but like you said, more people may come in, but therefore, when more people come in, the price changes. Like, so you probably won't need it. Or at least all your classes will be much cheaper. It's like kind of like supply and demand. Like, there's more supply, but therefore, I try to explain myself.
Because now the tuition of colleges are actually more than they were before. Before to go to college, it's not as high as it is now. And if there are more people going to college, you would think that it would decrease. But as more people go to college, it's actually increasing. these colleges are getting more money. And I'm not saying these colleges are greedy. They're not using their tuition for certain. They're using their tuition to run their college. I mean, it's not for certain things like that. But all I'm saying is that eventually, when is it going to stop? As the population rises, as more people come into the world, as more people enter the workforce, the competition is going to increase as more people enter the workforce. So the competition for these degrees are going to increase. And then when is it going to stop? How many years are you going to have to put in before you can get that job at McDonald's? At what point will 16-year-olds stop being able to work? Eventually, the work limit is going to grow up to 18 because there won't be any type of jobs for them because the only way they can get to a job like that is if they have a college education.
If the 16-year-olds use those 2 years, by the time they're 18, they have the associates to go higher, or they can even still flip those burgers, but they'd be much more qualified than the other 18-year-old with a high school diploma, or even with a high school diploma, but no associate degree, nothing. They get fired, bam, and you're in.
Right, but more qualified. What's the chances of that? Like, how much more people are not in high school than people are in high school and got their diploma? I'm pretty sure it's a minority of people that actually have a college high school diploma. College education, yeah. I'm pretty sure there's a good amount of people that don't have it. But I'm saying, a high school, once you were 18 and that law went into effect and you're able to work, there would be a whole bunch of people who also graduated from high school. So it would not put you really much high. You got put up higher than like 5% of people. Because the stress of school would be too much. People would be forced to graduate, or they're going to know innately that their lives are over if they're not going to get these degrees and these diplomas. And I'm just thinking, when is the tuition going to stop rising, and when is the time you have to put in for these high degrees going to stop rising?
True.
Agree or disagree? This is a debate by Levell and again by
Shakeem Floyd of Classic Gaming.
Yep. Remember, agree or disagree, it's a debate, and I'm going to come back to you with another one next week. So, see you then.
Stay beautiful.